Hello, my name's Darren. I've been in the industry for 8 years and I'm going to teach you all the acronyms that confuse everybody within the industry of connections. So if you want a new connection, you want to understand all the process, then my future videos will explain each acronym in more detail. But for this video, what you'll learn is basic acronyms, what they mean and who to go to progress. So let's get on with it. Okay. Acronym number 1, DNO. What is a DNO? A DNO is a distribution network operator. Now there's various ones across the UK. You've got UKPN, you've got National Grid, you've got SSE, SPEN. There's lots of particular areas, there's lots of different ones. So what they do is they're the main electricity distribution company. So they'll bring, or you'll apply for them for your final connection. Now we'll come on to who connects it later. So when you initially want a new connection, you'll go to the DNO. Depending on what area you're in, you can search it on Google, what area is your distribution network operator, and it will tell you if that's UKPN, if that's SSE, Northern Power Grid, and so on. So I'll list some here, and this is who you need to go to. So when you know what load you want, you apply for this load to these people. They will give you the availability of that power load in your area if it's available. Okay, acronym number 2, IDNO. Okay, so we just explained the DNO, the distribution network operator. An IDNO is an independent distribution network operator. Now what that means is if you've got a high-rise building and you want a new connection, a big load with multiple occupancy flats, or it could be a commercial building, you can get that final connection from the DNO, but the IDNO will adopt the network. So what that means is that you can get an asset value for that install. So they are an independent distribution network operator. Now, if you want to know more about an IDNO and how asset value works, then please see one of my future videos, which I will be posting over the next couple of months. This is a new channel, so please bear with me. Okay, let's move on. What is an ICP? Okay, ICP is an independent connection provider. Now what they do is they are a contractor generally, and they will install your network, as in the cables and all the way up to the fuse before the meter. They will install all of that network for you. At that point, they are regulated by various accreditations. So obviously there's hundreds of ICPs out there. Now some will give you the asset value and some won't tell you about the asset value. However, it is there. So if you're aware of it and you want to know more about asset values, please see one of my future videos or pop a comment in the comments and ask away and I'll answer best I can. Okay, so an ICP, you will contract to put in the network for you. So like we said, if you wanted a high-rise building and you wanted multiple occupancy meters in there, you would employ an ICP to install the network, the cables, the boards, the fuses and everything up. And then at that point, IDNO will adopt it from you, and the DNO will connect it to the grid. Okay, so those three work hand in hand. So you've got the DNO that will give you the final connection onto the grid, you've got the IDNO that will adopt the system all the way up to the meter, and they'll maintain it and they'll pay you for it with regards to asset value. And then you've got the ICP, independent connection provider, that will do all that install work as the contractor. Okay, let's move on. Okay, the next one down the chain is a BNO. What is a BNO? A BNO is a building network operator. Now a BNO is generally an IDNO. They will adopt the system, they will look after the system, and they will maintain the system. So after you've built your multiple occupancy high-rise building, and this is what it's relating to a multiple occupancy accommodation. Hence, like a building that's been converted from an office block to multiple apartments, something like that. So there's multiple ways you can run a BNO system. You can run it into one particular room within that building, and you can have all the meters in that room. Or is you can run the network all the way through to each apartment, flat, whatever you want to call it, all the way to a meter in every room. Now, either way, that needs to be designed and approved by the IDNO, and then it will be adopted once it's been installed correctly by the ICP. At that point, you will get, once it's all handed over and tested and cleared and everything runs in the right place, you will get it adopted, and that's when you'll get your asset value. If your ICP is honest with you and tells you that you will get an asset value back. So they're essentially buying that system, maintaining it for you, and you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so that's a building network operator, the BNO. Okay, the next one is an MPAN number. What is an MPAN number? An MPAN number is a meter point administration number. Every single meter in the UK and Ireland has got an MPAN number. This is a unique number for your particular meter. And what this is to do is to identify that number, that unique number, is for your meter, which means, and you'll see it on maybe your bill, it should be on your bill, on your electricity bill, and it was a unique number for your meter, which means they know how much electricity you've used on your meter. Okay, so if you got back to a BNO, which is a multi-occupancy building, every single meter within that building will have its own MPAN number, and it's related to that plot and postal code. So it's unique to that particular meter. So your meter operator will ask you for an MPAN number. When they ask for an MPAN number, they'll also ask for the final address, and they'll also ask for how much load it's designed to take. In a flat type of scenario, that's very low. That could be as low as 3 kVA. However, if you have a industrial building, you might have up to 1000 kVA, 500 kVA. However, that means that you might need your own little substation, HV connection, and then you have the LV off it. Okay, so we'll cover that later or in a future video if you want to know more about if you want a higher capacity load. So that's MPAN number. Okay, so that concludes this video. You now know where the electricity and who to go to apply for your electricity. However, if you have any questions and you want to find out more, then like I said, I will be doing further videos. We'll be going into more detail on these acronyms and who they are and who to contact and how asset value works. So they'll be on future videos, which I haven't done yet, so please bear with me. However, in the meantime, if you've got any questions, please comment and I will be happy to help where I can. Okay, thank you very much. Hopefully you'll like and subscribe, and we can teach you more about how you can make money or make your building electrified and do it in a good, cheap way. Okay, thanks for your time. Take care. Bye.